Alright guys, we are back again for another Dokkan Battle video. So, the Gammas and Beast Gohan are, at the time of recording, 10 hours away from dropping. So, here, let's go over the banners and see, should you summon? The answer, by the way, for at least Beast is definitely yes. But, let's go over the banners first. Just quick discussion. So, let's go for the Gammas. Gammas are super good. I don't think I need to explain their kits to you guys. I mean, I'll explain them anyways when we do the breakdown video. When I actually pull them. Well, I plan on pulling them. We'll see if I do. But I do plan on pulling them. Now, there is a little bit of controversy that's going on Twitter, mostly. But the discounts that Global had, the guaranteed featured steps for Gogeta and Broly are not applying to the Gammas and to Beast. And there's a lot of controversy about that. What's my take? I don't really care. I mean, it's disappointing that they're not there, but I kind of expected them not to be. They didn't say they would be for part 2. They just said, hey, for part 1, we're doing this. And I was like, okay, cool. So I didn't expect to see them for Beast and the Gammas. It would have been, again, great if we did. Global would have a major advantage over JP in that aspect, but unfortunately, we don't have them. So we're going to just move on. We're just going to accept it that we don't have them and then move on with our lives, because that's what a sane person would do. So let's go for the banners here. So the Gammas straight away, top 10 unit in the game quality. In their final state, when after their standby attack and just solo game 1, he's top 5 level. He is for sure. With the 2-turn support and then just the superhero and 3 different category support and the crits and the orb changing. He's super good. Okay, we know this. Again, I'll go over them more when we actually pull them, but yeah. Shocker, the Gammas are really good. Now, it's the rest of the banner that matters here. Okay, so is Future Gohan still good? Future Gohan is still good, yes. Yes, he is. Is he amazing? No. Is he just good? Yes. Future Gohan is a unit who relies on attacking first, and he can have damage reduction for, I think it's the first 5 turns, he can have up to 80% damage reduction. And then he starts to fall off after that. I think he can fall... Does he fall to 40? He might. Yeah. So... I think at the beginning of fights, he can still have a lot of value, which does matter, because, right, we're going to have, the Cell Max event, we're going to have, Blue Kaioken Goku Evolution Blue Vegeta, and I mean, that's a little bit down the line, but these fights that are very tough straight away are, the most important ones. Because some of the other fights, though, we're going to have during the anniversary, Trunks, actually, you could argue, but Trunks could lock Gohan in slow 1, and then he could die that way, but we're going to have, Gogeta soon, and we're going to have, the Beast Gohan fight. And those fights actually go on a little bit. So, Future Gohan's reduction is going to kind of wear out, and he won't have as much value there. But he's still very good. Bulma, I've still found good use of, at least up to this point. Unfortunately, Power of Wishes, her main team, he's kind of dead now, because both the Z Duo and the GT Duo aren't really very good anymore for 9th anniversary content. Now, I'm going to do a bunch of videos on them, because I want to actually see what they can do. But I think for the most part, they're kind of finished. So the team I have been using her on is 21's team, but she's still relevant, and 21 can be good as long as she doesn't get caught by a super. And also the Blues. The Blues are only on a 150, but because how fast the Blue team can move with Gogeta on it, we're gonna add Beast to it. We're gonna have the Gammas and stuff on it. The Blues team can actually move quite fast, and they're usually not going to get. And Bulma can contribute that way. Because again, 2-turn support, Rainbow Orb changing, super valuable. What a shock. AGL Carnival Goku is basically dead now. He's just fallen off a cliff. Same as Carnival Kid Gohan. Although I do think Carnival Kid Gohan is probably better now than this Goku. I mean, at the time of release, Goku was definitely better. But I think Gohan, supering first, having his damage reduction, and not losing it, versus Goku losing guard, but stacking defense, I think just isn't as valuable. So, I mean, he does have the heal, his survive KO mechanic, the beam counter, but I think for the most part, Carnival Goku's kind of dead. Tech Carnival Goku is also basically dead. You can definitely run him on a Super Saiyan setup, and you can get some funny shenanigans because of the revive, for sure. But I think for the most part, Carnival Goku is also dead, which is a shame, because his revive animation and his OSTs are some of my favorites in the game. But shame to say he's actually kind of dead now. Zamasu was dead on release, but I actually think this meta right now is one of the best metas for Fusion Zamasu, because attack debuffing is actually really valuable right now. I have found really good use of Infusion Zamasu in my Kid Buu videos, because against Int Kid Buu, Zamasu has a melee nullification, so he can nullify Kid Buu Super 70% chance, and as long as you get 18 key with him, he double debuffs, which is obviously super valuable as well. So I do definitely think Infusion Zamasu actually has some value now, which is kind of crazy. And a bunch of bosses can be debuffed. Like Kid Buu can be debuffed. Blue Kaken Goku in Evolution, or Blue Kaken Goku in the Supreme Magnificent Battle stage. Trunks in the Supreme Magnificent Battle, his Sword of Hope stage at the end, can be debuffed. I mean, I'm not sure how much I like running him in that fight, but definitely against Blue Kaken Goku and Kid Buu for sure. And I think Kid Buu is probably the hardest fight we have. That and the Trunks fight. And I think Zamasu is very good in one of them and probably solid in the other. So I definitely think Infusion Zamasu actually has some value. So he's a good pull if you don't have him for some like different content, some relevant content right now. Rose, I don't think is very good anymore. I mean, he's okay post super, but I mean, I would just refer to him as okay. Like that's all. This Trunks is sub EZA, he's kind of whatever. This Vegeta is a sub EZA, he's whatever. And that God Goku is a sub EZA, and he is also whatever. Like these aren't relevant characters. These three right here. So out of them, I would say Rose's okay. Zamasu's actually a W, I think. Carnival Goku's okay. You're okay. Bulma's still good. Future Gohan's good, and the Gammas are amazing. Beast Gohan's banner. I mean, shock horror that the Dokkanfest LR banner is better than the Carnival banner, but here we go. 18 and Krillin are a pretty good support unit on superheroes. The only problem I found with them, from what I've seen, is one, they're dodge or die, which, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of. I'm sure a lot of you guys aren't the biggest fan of dodge or die either. But they are 2-turn support, which is obviously very good. But they support superheroes, right? And superheroes is like the most stacked team, it's about to be the most stacked team in the game by far, bar none. And truth is, they don't really have a spot. I don't think they can justify a good spot on the team. Like, again, they can be okay, but I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. Beast, best unit in the game by far. I mean, not even close. He's number one. He's a must-have. Like, listen, I've seen people say, "Oh, I'm gonna skip Beast," and I'm like, okay. I mean, you can, because when he's returning, it should be Tanabata, but we don't know when Tanabata is for global now because we're about to sync up after the anniversary. Usually it's in Christmas. Because, you know, UI Goku is missing. AGL Carnival Jiren's missing. Topo's missing. These are some units that we don't have. Cell Max is missing. These are units on Global we don't have. So it's like, well, where are we going to fit these in? I don't know. So Tanabata would generally be in like November, December. That's when Beast would return. You can pick him up with coins. But I do think it's just better to pick him up now. Just get Beast now. Like this banner that I'm going to go through is really, really good for the most part. So Beast, he's a must-have. The Blues is a meme unit, I think. I don't mean meme unit like tech androids or like who's in a meme unit. I'm trying to think. Physical Kid Buu, pre-EZA. Like these units are just like are there to just do shenanigans mostly. I mean a meme unit as in they've just been memed to death because of how bad they are. Where do I stand on it? I don't think they're actually that bad. I mean, I don't think they're amazing. I don't think they're like, oh, they're top 10 still or whatever. Like, no, I'm not delusional. But I think they actually do have a bit of value. I found them actually very good in the Trunks Supreme Magnificent Battle, which again is arguably the toughest fight we have on Global. I think they're actually pretty good in there. And for me, at least, I don't find them dying a whole lot. For me. And obviously they just got Carnival Gogeta on their team, on their 200% team, and Lily Battle of Fate, so you can add Beast to their team, or you can put them on Beast's team, either way. And then you can have another team of hiding them to make them look good, if that's what you want to do. I found I don't really have to hide them a whole lot of times. I find them just solid they're solid, is what I'd say. And they do have one of the best leader skills in the game, for sure. They're super good for the Dismal Future Red Zone, not so much relevant anymore. But for short quality content, like they're solid. So yeah. The GT Duo, again, like the Z Duo on the Broly banner, I mean, they've just kind of fallen off. 50% damage reduction with like less than 1 million defense post super is just not good enough anymore. It's crazy to say that, but it's true. They're just not good enough anymore to tank these big attacks. Even normals from some of these really tough bosses, like Trunks, for example. I don't think they could tank his normals I have 3 attacks. I mean, few units can, but still. I don't think they're just super relevant anymore. Again, they do have revive, so you can do revive shenanigans with them for sure. But I don't know. I just think, again, I'll do videos on them. We'll see exactly how good they are, but I'm less confident with them. The Age of Super Saiyans in the Battle of Cooler movie Worldwide 2022, they suck. They're just ass now. I mean, they do debuff, so maybe you could do shenanigans like against like Kid Buu. Although their supers are probably melees, huh? Probably. I don't know. I don't see a whole lot of value with them anymore. The 7th anniversary LRs, the Super Saiyan 4s, I mean, obviously they're bad now. Obviously. It's been 2 years. But, again, with the whole global sync coming, and then are we going to celebrate the 10th year anniversary with JP? Probably. And if that's the case, they'll EZA in like February for us, which is not that long away. So if you don't have them, and you don't have them with dupes now, like they might not be the most important, or they won't be that good right now, but down the road, super good. Like probably top 3, top 5 level in the entire game. So keep that in mind, guys, for sure. Evolution Blue Vegeta and UI Goku we'll talk about together. We know they're EZAing, and we also have their EZA in the data download. It's the 25th today. Beast comes out on the 26th, and they drop the 1st. They drop 1 week from now, I believe. 1 week. I believe they drop on the 1st of August. So keep that in mind. And when they EZA, they are like number 2 and number 3 in the game. These two right here, just behind this guy. So yeah, super really good. So now you probably have them with dupes, but if you don't, now it's time to pull them. And then this is like the god trifecta right here. Is these 3. So yeah, super good right there. Piccolo and then the Go Bros we'll talk about together. They both suck. Go Bros I've never been a fan of. Even when they EZA'd, I wasn't a fan of them. And then Piccolo was really good when he EZA'd, but that was a while ago now. Piccolo was good for like the Omega fight, you know. Piccolo was good for that meta, the Omega Shenron meta. Dismal Future Red Zone, he was not good in there. I would not run him into Dismal Future Red Zone. It was rough for him for sure. And I mean, we're even further on now, and I just don't think he can keep up. Even though he has got the Scouter, and he defense stacks, and he can have damage reduction. I don't think he's that guy anymore. So these 2 are L's. You're a future W. You 2 are massive W's. The Super Saiyans I would consider L. The GT Duo I think are a small W because they still have roles, but you definitely don't build a team around them. The Blues I think are a small W since I think this is their first return other than that one banner with Rose. Rose's debut banner. I think this is their real first proper return, I would say. And then I think their W, although again, superheroes are super stacked, so if you can fit them on, great. They'll contribute, but it is what it is. And then Beast is a must-have. And so overall, should you summon for Gammas and Beast Gohan, I would say, I didn't mean to click on Beast. I would say you can summon from the Gammas if you want. I think their banner is good enough to summon for. I think they're good enough to summon for. But yeah, I think Beast is a must summon. I think you have to summon for Beast Gohan. I think he's too good of a unit not to summon for. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, with that said, let me know what you guys think. Good luck with your summons later on. Again, they come out in like 8 hours from now. So with that said, thanks and good luck. And I'll talk to you guys later.